So the last episode of Daredevil Born Again Season 1 debuted, and I want to quickly just talk about the series as a whole. Now, from the Netflix series all the way down to this new series, it just proves that Daredevil has a rightful place in the MCU. Each episode in this series gave not just a dramatic kind of take on what's going on in Hell's Kitchen, but it also delivered that comic accuracy that we loved in the original Daredevil series and the comics. The performances also are still top-notch even all these years. Vincent D'Onofrio is still terrifying as Kingpin, that crazy, creepy voice, and the most bloodiest scene we've ever seen in an MCU project in the final episode. The introduction of Muse was fantastic, but the thing about Muse is I wish we had more of him in the series. Now, I understand why they didn't adapt some of his powers from the comic books onto the series, namely because, this is a ground-level threat kind of show, right? And the other person that really, truly has superpowers are Daredevil, White Tiger, and a little bit with Bullseye. But just to have a little bit more of him so that he can continue to kind of move on to the Daredevil series to kind of be a threat kind of looming in the background, I kind of wish we had that. Every episode that starts off in this show is like a beautiful movie. For example, whenever you see the blue tone, like in this example here with the flower, you knew that this episode was going to start off with Bullseye, and it's that cinematography, the storytelling that they did within this series that really lends itself to top-notch storytelling. And continuing on with Bullseye, I'm glad he didn't die in the first episode. It's one of Daredevil's, most heated villains, so I'm glad that he didn't go anywhere, and he's here to stay, and he'll don hopefully the comic accurate suit in the next season. And the little bit that they used with Frank Castle I think was great. We saw him early on in the series and we saw him at the finale. But the thing that really transcends well then in the Netflix series and now is the chemistry between John Berthal and Charlie Cox. Now, of course, we saw that amazing chemistry blossom on Season 2 of the Netflix series with the infamous rooftop scene. And it just carries over now to this show. And that's one thing about this show that works very, very well is how dynamic the actors work together and how they feed off each other. And it just helps flush out the story, helps flush out that dialogue even more. And it makes for an entertaining TV show. And I think this show was exactly what we needed as Marvel fans. We needed to take a break from the multiverse saga, and we needed to go back to the ground level threats. That's why the Winter Soldier did so well, is because of that kind of reality, that grimy fighting style. And I'll say it till my face turns blue, this is the best project Marvel has ever done. And I kind of hope that Daredevil doesn't join the Avengers. I kind of like his own world, his own thing, because it's such a good story. It's such a great world that they build, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from here.